Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now, the Saviors of Uldum expansion has dropped, and one of the first decks that I decided to try was Reno Hunter, courtesy of Duwin. And Duwin has always been, for me, an inspiration for the Hunter class. Someone who is always coming out with new ideas for Hunter. Along with EK Designer, the two of them are constantly testing new ideas, testing new deck types, and really doing a great service for the WoW community. So Duwin and EK, thank you for everything that you do. Now, this deck was one that I was certainly looking forward to playing. This game and this video was recorded from my hotel room whilst I was on holiday. That's how excited I was to play this deck. So, at a sort of a core level, you've got a lot of the cards you'd expect to see in Reno Hunter. So you have Reno Jackson, obviously, but Zul'jin, Deathstalker Rexxar. You've got Cloaked Huntress, an assortment of secrets, you have a Spellstone. Those are sort of the things you'd expect to see. But there are some new cards as well. Wild Blood Stinger, which can essentially take a minion out of your opponent's deck and attack it. Very, very good if you're trying to disrupt some kind of a combo or some kind of a minion based finish for your opponents. That's pretty good. You've got Dino Tamer Bran for that King Crush value. It's phenomenal if comboed with Bran Bronzebeard. So on the whole, this is, I think, a solid deck. Zephyrus the Great. That's the card that I've been really anxious to try out because apparently it gives you the perfect card for the situation you're in. So some pretty good work there from Blizzard in terms of the AI and what it can do. Okay, so let's have a look at the deck in action now, and we're going to look at one game against a priest.
I foresaw this encounter.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay, now I do apologise if the frames are a bit choppy in this video, if the animations aren't so smooth. I was recording this on my laptop from my hotel room, and so things weren't entirely smooth. But anyway, this was my first game.
Is someone injured?
My first game after the Saviors of Uldum expansion was released. And thankfully, it's not a big priest. Now, if it was a big priest, how would we fare? So that's an interesting question.
A stranger will offer you aid.
And that is a really good result from Wandering Monster. So he had to invest Shadow Word Pain, that's absolutely fine. But that minion from Wandering Monster, that was a 2-for-1. We killed a cleric, we used up a Shadow Word Pain, I'll take that.
Whispers everywhere.
Okay, so that's a 4-7. My assumption is that we're looking at Divine Spirit in a Fire Priest here, perhaps? Is he going to look to buff the health on these minions and then smash me in the face? Okay, so this doesn't feel great at the moment. Things feel a little bit slow for me. Okay, he plays the quest.
Flesh fails. Try resist.
Now that hero power from completion of the quest is pretty nuts. Giving +3/+3 to a minion, that's insane. That's such good value, and it's such an easy quest to complete as well. I think that Bran here has to be the pick. Essentially, this is a 7-cost King Crush, plus the body of Bran, which is fine. But there's real flexibility in this card, because the King Crush that you get for 7 can go face, or it can trade. So his quest is very nearly complete. Okay, he's just got to heal for 2 more. 4/7 is going to stay on the board. There's nothing we can really do about that. But next turn, it is turn 7.
The end begins.
Injured?
Okay. That could have been worse. I mean, getting a cleric back. He's going to draw a card, but at least we can kill it easily, right? Wow, so on turn 6, he completes his quest. So we have to now outvalue him somehow for the remainder of the game. Huh. And that is a really, really awesome animation. The question now is, what do we target? I'm going to leave the cleric. If he wants to buff it, he can buff it. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Wait, so he doesn't cast his hero power this turn? That's interesting. That's very interesting. Question is, do we kill that now? I think we do.
Is someone injured?
Wait a minute. Alright, so let's look for a good secret. Pressure plate could do a little bit of work for us. He doesn't know what secret I'm picking, so there's such a wide variety of secrets. Will he play around pressure plate? This is the question. Nope, he doesn't play around it. Oh dear. Get wrecked, sir. Get absolutely wrecked. Wow, he's just triggering all the secrets here.
Gods.
Okay. So, we need to get through that. We have a Spellbreaker.
Your magic shall
It is
not
a
save.
great top deck. And now we just go super wide. So we're going to assume that there is no Psychic Scream in his hand. Psychic Scream would actually be really, really annoying.
Care to dance with death?
Because one card we're looking for now is Deathstalker Rexar.
Is someone injured?
Okay, gets back the Cleric again. Wow. We need to kill Katrina here.
Die, Mage.
And we don't have any kind of lethal that I can spot. Alright, here we go with Zul'jin. Now he knows what secrets are being played. He knows that Pressure Plate is on there. Okay, so substantial board that he needs to deal with here. He needs AoE.
Care to dance with death?
Okay, that's for Katrina. Which I don't think is really going to help him here. But look at the value on this hero power. It's insane.
Someone injured?
Okay, and there's Rexar. But I suspect that in this game, he's not really going to be needed. This is really cool as well. We get a weapon, we get a minion, we get a secret. Was there a way for me to have got some kind of easy lethal on this turn? I snap played that spell so quickly, I didn't really think. But anyway, let's see. So, turn 14, 17, 20, 20. Ooh. Have I missed lethal somehow? I don't think so, right? Even if I'd fit in a hero power to his face, we still would have been slightly off, I think. Yeah. Well, goodbye to Katrina. Well, kind of goodbye to Katrina. And we should thank him for the healing. Okay. Now we... Oh, I was going to say now we have... Okay, now we do have lethal. He got a taunt, but it's not enough. Because that's King Crush.
Yes, well played.
Okay, we get a well played from the priest. And we didn't even need Deathstalker Rexar or Reno Jackson. Feels pretty good. Okay, so Duwin's Uldum, Saviors of Uldum, Reno Hunter. As you saw in that little clip, sometimes Zul'jin is just enough to get the win. If you can get a bit of pressure going with your secrets, with the likes of Hyena Alpha, the Spellstone, you play Unleash the Beast, you just keep the board buzzing with minions. That can just sometimes be enough to put your opponent under enough pressure, and I think that's basically what happened in that game against the Priest. If we'd played Rexar, that would have introduced a whole nother dimension of value for us. We didn't get a chance to play Zephyrus the Great, and I would have been curious to see what kind of cards we would have been offered given the situation that we were in. So, for example, if we were close to lethal, would he have given us a Pyroblast, for example? I've had a couple of friends of mine complaining to me about Zephyrus in chat, saying that the card is too broken, too overpowered, they've lost several games in a row to the card. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of reaction the community gives this card in the weeks ahead, and then to see what Blizzard thinks about it, if it feels that the card itself is too powerful. So, moving forward, I'd be interested to see if Duwin and EK can come up with any additional builds of Reno Hunter, which are perhaps more minion-centric. This build right here is secrets heavy to begin with, and I'd be interested to see if there are other versions of Reno Hunter that can perhaps be more beast-centric, for example, rather than secret-centric. So Duwin and EK, if you are watching this, do you have any recommendations? And if you do, I would look forward to hearing them. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Our next video will feature a deck from Beardy Man, and that will be a Murloc Paladin. So until next time, take care everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun.